bad for business and can't be ads.
They're gonna look and just be like, "That's for kids, guys."
Yeah.
It is. It's educational.
Here, let me just play the Weimar March, which is, I mean, that's actually Imperial German, not, Nazi German.
You know the one.
Anyhow, sorry if you guys can't see anything on the screen for a second. I need to take care of one thing in regards to before we start stream. And the only reason why I'm doing this is specifically because of the new policies put in place thanks to COPPA. So, this stream...
New policies in place because of COPPA. COPPA feel!
This stream is not intended for children. Please do not watch the stream if you are considered a child in your respective country. In the United States, this means you should not watch this video if your age is 12 or under. By watching this video, you affirm that you are not a child within your jurisdiction. If you're uncertain if you're a child according to where you live, please don't watch the video unless you're at least 15 years of age. Also, fluff COPPA seriously.
And then little Jimmy's like, "Fuck this, I'm watching anyway."
I mean, I did what I am legally obligated to do. If someone wants to disregard, that is on them, not on me. And if COPPA wants to end up trying to say anything, I gave a more than a fair notice that this isn't meant for kids, and if COPPA wants to do jack shit, I'm willing to go to court over it. Fuck it. And that's just a future statement going towards pretty much any videos that I put up.
If we're not going to court.
Hear that?
Unless it's tennis.
I was about to say he was prepared to play tennis, but now he's prepared to play
He was
ping
prepared
pong.
For the tennis episode.
He's ready for ping pong, too.
This is your ordinary beach episode, and this is your tennis episode.
We don't get a beach episode, but we do get a tennis episode.
But yeah, let me know whenever you guys are ready, because I'm back and ready for business.
I was born ready.
That's a hard time to believe.
I mean, you guys did get a beach episode. I mean, you saw Jeremy swimming in the lake.
I guess.
Yeah, it was a beach episode.
But now I'm addicted and need more of that.
I wish I knew how to quit.
You think you can stop it at just one?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. Here, let me just finish my cereal, and then I will get things going. Give people time. Give all three possible people time to get in and watch.
It's like that, from like one of the new animes this season, where one of the girls just walks in on this guy like doing some sit-ups, and then just a clip plays where it's like, "Oh, six-pack." I'm gonna see if I can find it. I got it.
He's got it. He's got it. He's really, really got it.
He's got it.
The madman.
Oh wait, I know. I saw this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, six pack. I like it's just a quick. Oh, six pack.
Like, oh.
Damn. Oh, six pack.
It is impressive.
No, that's just Jeremy.
It's true. It really is just Jeremy. Dude's a killing machine, both literally and metaphorically.
Okay. Well, I have finished my bowl of morning food.
Hold up. I gotta ask, Saji, is that a Galarian Meowth?
Yeah.
No, it's a Furby.
One, I didn't know that Galarian Meowth was a thing. Two, That is freaking terrifying. And 3, you know what? Just 1 and 2.
Well, I'll get you guys on track. Here's what we're playing. We're playing D&D.
Yes, they realize that they're done being a wizard like gunslinger.
Mm. Anyways, so who wants to say what happened last time?
I'll do it. So,
Okay, Flannery volunteers as tribute.
So we went to McQuinn Mansion, and at the mansion we ended up we decided that we'd go in, and we braved the storm. And as we did, we realized how much of a mistake that is, because we ended up going in, ended up encountering a abomination of from the deepest pits of hell, this thing. And as we did, we had to fight. Shut up, Frag. Immediately ended up getting BTFO'd out of there, realizing, yeah, we're not dealing with this shit. 1, this thing is fucking freaky as hell, and 2, we don't want to die. So, we decided that we'd just jump off the balcony and flee out the front gate where we came from. We still almost ended up getting our asses handed to us, and by we, I mean Kaylin, and as a result, we ended up having to basically just handle that. But we got out alive. We're fine. It's all good. I might have a little bit of tetanus, but you know.
I mean, you're not wrong. In fact, you do have that. No, I'm kidding. You're not wrong. But was that all?
I was trying to be gay with my girlfriend, but failed.
You hate to see it.
Oh, we also ended up learning about a ritual to try and summon, basically make a portal between the world of D&D and the real world. That resulted in fiendish and devilish abominations to seep through the cracks, causing distortions in the real world, which actually is what turned the woman into being that abominational thing. Also, some kid got killed and his mother was trying to res her back from the dead. And we still don't really know how this one guy ended up actually having the ability to end up opening up a portal, aside from the fact that he supposedly had some documents that told him how. But we don't know where those came from originally, or why he had them, or how he had them. But we can assume that even if they were burned by the woman, by McQuinn, he probably had copies, or somebody else might have some.
Yeah, that would be a concern if he wasn't fucking dead.
Or someone else might have some, as I said.
Anyways, you did fair enough. Give yourself an inspiration. If you already have the dragon spiral, just add another. Just make it into a currency, basically. I'm not going to say you can only have one.
You can only have one. I said it, so you didn't have to.
Okay, yeah, it's like Lay's potato chips. You
I
can
thought it was
only have one.
Oh no, Pringles is one of the fun pops.
Sponsored by Pringles.
Pop fun don't stop. I don't know.
Sponsored by Pringles.
Sponsored by Pringles. Once the fun pops stop, I don't know. Pringles.
Once the fun pops, your dad won't stop.
Pringles.
Wait a minute.
They're crispy.
So, are we gonna actually start game?
Fine if you don't want to get your sponsorship with Pringles, the chip that's not a chip. Because
but if I bring up Nazis, it's a bad thing.
But Pringles are okay.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to
want
go
to
Damn it,
wrinkle
first?
it?
Cole. I
An
explicitly ended
Italian.
up
And who
cutting
did the
out your
Italians
mouth and
support in
talk
the World War
just to avoid that. So why did you bring
Germany?
it back in? Hold up. There we go. This is a little bit more accurate to my Kalen's voice.
All right, so anyone want to volunteer first, or do I get to determine whose life we gets to peek in on?
I think Cole wants to go first.
Fine. That sounds like a volunteering if I ever heard one.
Okay.
Chadwick, get back in your fucking room. You're not sleepwalking out the door today.
Yeah.
Sorry about
yes,
that,
God.
Frag. I wasn't trying to do an echo. I was using my software that allows me to listen back to my voice and make sure that I'm getting accurate to the voice I want.
So that's what the fucking was. I'm like, sounds like I got kicked in the balls. How high it was.
Funnily enough, that's how he gets into character. He just goes up to his roommate and says, okay, Jim, I need you to kick me in the balls.
Who? Wait, who gets ready? How's?
That's how Flannery gets ready for Kalen.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about Chadwick. I'm like, no.
Chadwick,
No, you slapped yourself.
I
Chadwick,
slap him.
Jim, I need you to kick me in the balls.
Jim, you know it's.
It's 6 a.m.
Oh boy, 6 a.m. Oh.
Oh, I forgot I hate 6 a.m. My throat has
Who
been
could
hurting. I
possibly
think it
be
might
awake
just be
at this
dry.
ungodly hour?
I think my throat just might be dry or something. I don't know. I might have a little residual. Just annoying. It's
Anyhow, it's Big Chad.
Big Chad time. What's Big Chad gonna do on this Big Chad Wednesday morning?
I was about to ask what day it was. Thank you.
I'm 98% certain it's Wednesday, and if not, congratulations, you time traveled.
Well, I've realized that never really said it, but gonna wake up, take a shower.
Ah,
I
yes,
like
you
to
were getting.
assume all the days before, and he just never made
Yeah, I mean, you were pretty ripe, especially with all your football practice.
pretty right. Put on the clothes. Let's
And then
go
take
get
a
some
shower.
breakfast.
Put on the clothes, then take a shower.
2 in 1. I get to wash the clothes and myself. The beauty stays.
And you see your dad on the couch. He has a desk in front of him. Oh, I shower.
What's the desk for?
Cheez-Its.
What kind?
He reaches into a drawer. White shadow.
Cool. Nope. Fucking. She's just drowning herself in her sorrows, aka.
Yeah. Actually, this time, it's a smoothie and a coffee.
Oh, that gave me an idea though. Let's make a smoothie for breakfast.
All right. You got all your smoothie ingredients, your onions, your eggs, your
Ham.
mushrooms. Oh, wait, shit, that's an omelet. I'm sorry.
Oh god.
I was thinking an omelet.
Oh man.
What kind of smoothie you making, chatty boy?
We're gonna put, let's see, what would Chad do? He'd put strawberries, blueberries, a banana,
And a ham.
and a ham, and some spinach and ice.
All right.
I'm making the blender noise.
That's good blender noise.
Thank you. And then you put the smoothie in a bottle, and then he's gonna head off to class because he hates his parents.
Hey, your
Oh,
mom
well,
has done nothing wrong.
Not her.
She has.
Him.
Yeah. I was about to say, you have good rapport with your mother. All right. Next, because this just I'm just gonna assume this is gonna be the order we do mornings until the end of time. Chadwick, Noah, then Kaylin.
Oh, it
Noah
shall
won.
be.
Noah, get the
That's
fuck
how
back to your
it
bedroom. You need your beauty trance.
I crashed on the floor.
You need your beauty trance.
Oh, and an excellent 4 hours.
Ah, yes. And then you wake up and you're like, well, shit, what do? I don't want to wake up my family.
I'm waking up and I'm like, man, those are crazy ass dreams.
Those are some crazy ass rolls.
I'm just writing
Ba,
the
ba, ba, ba.
Okay. I shall partake in my daily hygienical duties.
Ah, yes. You too are taking a shower after having realized, man, I'm kind of ripe.
You honestly feel like there's no point in ever bringing it up.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making fun of what Cole said.
Wait, hold on.
You're sliding down the banister like a rebel.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's those mid banister posts that you keep hitting your nuts on, but you're too much of a rebel to get off.
Hi, Dad.
I'm Kalen now.
Suck a dick.
I always wanted a daughter.
That's why I married your mother. Because now I have
Wait.
two.
What?
I mean, your adoptive mother. I mean, she's your stepmother. She's kind of your mother.
Look, we need to have a talk.
Look, we need to have a talk. When a man and a woman get married, there's some legal problems that go on in regards to who adopts who.
So we had to go to Alabama, you see.
And
And another progress.
you see, he's actually doing just a bit more of the, like, it's honestly pretty much done. He's just doing a bit of the, smaller details, drawing little bubbles for under the ocean, that sort of thing. Getting a little bit of the shading done on the flora, the underwater flora.
With Under the Sea just blasting in his headphones.
Oh, you can hear it, even though he can't hear you because he has his AirPods in.
Of course.
He can't hear poor.
I'll just apparate a sign going 10 out of 10.
Hmm. He is too busy focused on, yes, it is better down where it's wetter.
Yes. I should paint underwater, that's it!
Honey, grab my scuba tank!
I mean, do you honestly expect him to be smart enough to grab a scuba tank before he goes?
He'll get his one snorkel.
Anyways, you got your family having some brekkie fast. Looks like it's some scrambled eggs with some, like, cheese and some pepperoni in there.
I will have that as well.
It's a pretty hearty breakfast.
I am
And
a
it's not like the
hearty
little
boy.
slices of pepperoni, it's like the thick cut, it's like in little chunks. It's a good breakfast. I haven't had that in forever. But I remember it's a good breakfast.
She didn't bother making like even slices. She's like, just go for it.
No, it's
Very
honestly, I find it
thickness.
better when it's better when it's like the big chunks because you can actually skewer the pepperoni. It's not sliding around everywhere. Like if you cut up a pepperoni stick. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked by thoughts of... Oh shit, it's 10 a.m. for me now. And yeah. I'm just assuming that you guys have all just kind of put the whole, oh yeah, there was a demon ghost out of your head. Granted, you and Chadwick were the two that weren't scared at first, so that makes sense.
No, Chadwick got scared. I wasn't scared at all.
Initially, I got scared.
Initially, but you broke that fear.
Pretty quickly, but yeah.
Yeah, but you were like the role after. You're like, wait a minute.
It's like,
She's dead.
Wait a minute. She's dead and I'm alive.
Suck it. Anyways. Yep, so you're like, man, that was a hellish nightmare spawn that we had to fight and we didn't kill. Hopefully it's fine. Pass the orange
Can't
juice.
kill it anyway. It's dead.
How do you kill a ghost? Beats the hell out of me.
Okay, so we're gonna get vacuum cleaners next time.
I can already. Chadwick's like, guys, grab, get your vacuum cleaner. We're going back. What? I played this one game. It's called Luigi's Mansion.
And we're gonna give this ghost a suck.
Chadwick, I think it's a girl ghost.
I mean, hey, if we end up vacuuming her up, then doesn't that mean that we are officially the rightful owners of the property?
Right of conquest, you're right. It's written here, Colorado law, right of conquest. You defeat your neighbor in pitched battle, you gain his property.
I'm
I mean,
assuming
I know
the
you're
children.
joking, but I would not be surprised if Colorado, of all states, had that as an actual law. Either Colorado or Florida. Those are pretty much the only two.
Definitely Florida.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Anyways, you have a pretty good breakfast. You know,
Are the children fine?
children are fine. They're talking about, average children stuff like, yeah, there's this big bug, and it was like creepy and cool and all that stuff, and I got to hold it in class.
And I ate it.
No, you
I got
didn't.
sent home early.
I had to write 100 times, bugs are friends, not food.
That throws me back.
Yeah, you can
Avoid the bugs next time.
Yeah, you can tell from what they're talking about. It's like, that like zoological day where zookeeper comes in with a bunch of animals from the local zoo. It's like, oh, you can touch a snake. Here's a parrot. Here's a kangaroo in a cage. Here's Asaji disconnecting. Shit.
Bless you.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't matter.
Weird.
As long as you're here, that's all that matters. As long as
Oh,
you're here, vote.
That's surprisingly.
And then I leave.
Yep, I figured as much.
Oh boy, it's time for Kaylin.
Time for Kaylin.
Ominous choir music.
Or should I say, Galen?
Where is it?
No,
Where's my
Kaylin
rule?
is definitely a different character from me. That's actually one of Greg's.
I mean, I was talking about the fact that you're just an upbeat, chipper child.
I mean, still. So, I wake up in the morning with K-pop music is playing.
Yes, but I'm not sure if you are, in fact, feeling like P. Diddy. In fact, how is Kaylin processing the whole, yeah, there was a big spook ghost that I was super scared of?
She'd be waking up in a cold sweat after everything that happened. In fact, 99.99% certain I need to roll something actually. Never mind. I was thinking I might end up having a nightmare, but nope. It's definitely still kind of freaked out, but woke up only in a cold sweat.
Yep, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm kidding.
That wasn't just Kaylin freaking out, that was actually me as well. Like, I was only hovering over Kaylin. The moment I saw that...
Surprise, bitch!
Please stop.
Okay, I'll stop.
It's time for breakfast.
Wakey, murder and bakey.
I did not know you had fear of Junji Ito ghost.
No, I'm just afraid of Junji.
I mean, to be fair, he is the godfather of horror manga.
But
For me, you cut off. I just heard he's the godfather of horror.
Horror manga.
I knew it was horror.
I know, but still.
Oh, six pack.
But I'm gonna end up taking a shower. But before I do, I'm gonna take a look
Okay.
at my back in the mirror, see about like how scraped up I am. I know you said that you'd allow us to control that out of character, so I'm gonna say that she's still got at the very least like the marks of having been raked across her back.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely healing, but they're not healed up.
Okay, so basically you got your like reported demon scratching where you have the scratches that will heal in time, but right now they're just, a little scabbed over.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to take a shower. And
You're the only one I cannot actively make fun of for now pointing out calling a shower because you've always been doing that.
yep.
You are the only one of the player characters who did not actively reek.
And as far as the outfit that I'm gonna wear, I'm gonna end up choosing something that, I mean, school might take objection to it because prudes, but one of those shirts that has a
So I got it. Prudes, you're going to be wearing 2 quarters and a corn chip.
anyhow. I'm gonna be wearing
I had to make the joke.
Nope, I get ya. Anyhow, I'm gonna end up wearing a like a one of those shirts that has the like the slits in the back.
Mm.
Like, yeah, as far as that goes. This way, if I end up sleeping and everything in class, and somebody wants to complain, I can just say I ended up I can come up with some sort of bullshit excuse and just point to my back as the excuse. But anyhow, as far as that goes, I'll wear that and a black skirt, and then I'm gonna head downstairs.
Okay. You head downstairs.
Oh, right, I don't know why, but for some reason I was expecting maps and maps. I should be used to this by now.
Yes, you should. Hovis is there, and he greets you a good morning, and oh yes, Miss Galen, you appear much better than you did last night when you came home.
I'm I'm not gonna lie, I don't really remember last night.
You looked rather spooked. Like you've seen a ghost or something.
Yes, like I saw a ghost. Yeah,
And then he pulls off his mask, and it reveals that he was in fact the ghost the whole time.
no, he removes his mask and it turns out that he's actually he's red herring.
Nah, he was the ghost the whole time.
I expected you to do that. I wasn't freaked out that time.
I know, because I gave you plenty warning.
Anyhow. So
Anyhow.
as far as that goes, but yeah, so Hovis, Kaylin's gonna end up and just end up I don't remember what I was going to say. Okay, but yeah, so I take it that's either in the study reading the funnies or in the kitchen. Sorry, not kitchen, in the dining room eating.
Why? Of course, it's breakfast time, young miss. You need to have your nutrients. In fact, that's probably why you were scared. You didn't have a proper nutritious breakfast.
Well, I'll go ahead and rectify that. Thank you, Hovis.
Have plenty of orange juice. It's freshly squeezed. I'm just assuming you're walking away from him, and that's why it was sounding distant.
Nah, she'll wait till he finishes speaking.
Oh,
I'll be sure to end up having a cup. Thank you.
and He nods and lets you walk as he goes about butlering.
What's a butler do again? I
They
butler,
buttle.
sir.
They buttle.
This is why we're
Take us.
friends. Hi, Dad. I say as I pull up a chair and sit down.
And you see him. He has a very large book in front of him. And this time, it has words, like a lot of words, and like no pictures.
I take a look at the book. What's the name of the book?
The name of the book is Marketing.
Who are you and what did you do with my dad?
Please, Caitlin. I need to be able to understand where the market is going. I didn't build this fortune in a night. It took 2.
I mean, yes, but if you're going to do that, you should be reading the stock exchange from the newspaper, not a book that was
Those
probably
hacks
written
don't.
like 20
Those
years
hacks
ago
don't
by
know a
some.
bull market from a bear market.
And a book that. What year was that book made? Actually, DM,
Yeah.
who wrote that book?
That book was written by Mr. Tom Clancy Smith.
Mm,
Don't bother looking it up. It's obviously an alias.
Obviously. Besides, I'm trying to avoid opening new tabs during streaming. Anyhow, I mean, as far as that goes, I mean, when was that book written, anyways, Dad? It was probably written long enough ago that its information's not immediately relevant. Not that it's not relevant at all, but there's probably more. You could probably read things that are a little bit more up to date.
He just looks at you, looks at his book, looks at you, looks at his book. You're right. This was written a week ago. How silly.
See, a lot can change in a week. For example, as you said, in 2 days you were able to make your fortune.
Do you want some steak and eggs, honey?
I'd like that, thank you.
And now you have steak and eggs. And some freshly squeezed orange juice.
I'm going to dig in because you can't heal up right if you are on an empty stomach and if you don't have enough protein.
You need all the protein in the world. That's how you get big and strong.
I mean, I don't need to be big and strong, I just need to end up getting what I need to heal. You know, overexertion, tiring self out, yada yada.
Big and strong.
Sure, Dad.
Big and strong. Big and strong. Big and strong.
With that, I'm going to chow down, then get up. I'm heading off to school.
Good. All right. Don't forget to eat your lunch. It will make you big and strong.
I'll be sure to grab my lunch and then head out.
All right.
Bye, Hovis.
I shall see you in the afternoon, young miss. Perhaps the evening. Yo, you fucks get to school.
Excuse you,
Made it.
Professor Fuck.
Alright, so
I
there's
studied the art of
that
fuck.
bitch. There's that bitch. And then there's these cool cats.
But me and Noah are over here.
I mean, you're both cool too. Idiots, but cool.
That's the ironic thing.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a cool idiot.
Yeah. There's a roast.
Yes, I believe. How did you exactly put it, Jeremy? I believe you said there's a zoinks. There's a ghost,
That's exactly what happened.
and it's funny considering that the old McQuinn Manor burnt down 20 years ago today.
It what?
No, I'm not gonna say it burned down. I was honestly on the fence there. I could do that, and that would be great. But at the same time, then I'd be making more of a problem for myself. So no, it's still there. It was just a Jake joke.
I mean,
Someone got it before us.
You know, when you're investigating the paranormal, you'd think an abandoned manor would be housing anything other than a cocaine lab. And
hey,
those people
Noah,
have guns.
I'm thinking that maybe we should go back and think you can just unload a bunch of those fire blasts on the house.
I mean, if I know my ghosts, then that might just, if she's bound to the house would be ash, and ash would be everywhere, meaning she could go anywhere. Maybe it's a bad thing.
Mm, yes, but if she can go anywhere, then maybe that also means that she'll finally be able to rest in peace. You know, no longer confined to one location, where she's just getting cabin fever.
My answer's no.
I mean, I'm also against
there's a good.
arson on principle, so no.
I mean, if you want to do it, Caleb, I can't stop you. But I'll wag my finger in disapproval.
Jackie's like, yeah, I can't, because the last time I used a fireball, I near the forest. One time thing. Come on. Wasn't that big a deal.
I
It
mean,
was raining. It was fine.
I can help you aim it so that we don't have to worry about the forest burning down.
No, we're not bothering with it. It's fine. We're done.
Wow, you're all so selfish. Not wanting to help that poor woman be able to have her soul rest in peace.
You can say what you want. I'm sticking by my guns. And that is that arson is bad.
I would agree. Arson is bad,
Mm,
especially if you get caught. Because then then you're in trouble. And that is bad. Or
mm.
is it?
No, it's pretty bad.
Or is it?
I
What
just
are they
said.
gonna say? You ended up bringing a fireball down from the sky onto the house?
Well,
No.
I'm not
Exactly
gonna
prove it.
do it. If anyone's burning down that house, it's you.
I slowly
don't
make
have-
my way off
I'm about
screen.
I was about to say this cycle for a bit, so if this goes on for another 5 minutes, I'm gonna have the bell start to ring.
You can just go ahead and do that for my.
Yeah,
Fine, no burning down the mansion.
the bell is ringing, and it's like, shut the fuck up and go to class, guys.
Well, I'll see you guys around.
As such,
Noah's apparently wanting to leave school grounds. I'm going inside the building.
congratulations, Noah. You're the only one who didn't spend an hour outside trying to, debate with Kalen about not burning down the building. So congratulations. You're
One
the
I know is pointless. Two, I need to preserve my perfect record.
hmm And congratulations, you're the only one in time for a proper amount of potential interaction with folks.
Oh, can't wait to have none of that.
Yes, in fact, you were by Carla. And because you weren't spooked by the spook ghost, she doesn't have anything to say, oh wow, you look spooked. In fact, you look normal. And she turns to you and says, hello, Noah, you are looking normal.
Okay, it's almost happened.
No, that doesn't happen.
Hello, salutations.
Yes, hello and salutations. It is me, Gyorf. You are looking quite normal today, Noah. Oh, yes, I agree. He is looking quite normal.
Why do I feel like that one girl in that one meme surrounded by a bunch of guys?
the trumpet blaring. Anyways, I honestly can't see if anyone would, take notice beyond just, casual, like, hello, good morning from Carla.
Yes, these are dailies. I say nothing. She goes like, "Hey," I'm like, "Okay, hi."
Yeah, it's one of those things, you see someone every day, it's like you don't always have something to talk about with. And since you're not mentioning something, she's like, I guess it must have been a boring day for him if he doesn't have an adventure story to tell, and vice versa. All right. Chadwick, Kalen, what the fuck are you gonna do real quick? I'm gonna give you're not gonna have the full amount of time because, Kalen's insistence
over
on
my
committing
girlfriend.
arson. Yep, go and make out with your girlfriend.
I'm gonna go make out with Gyorf. I mean, fuck.
You're gonna. Wow. I mean, that escalated quickly from not just making out to just fuck. Jesus Christ, dude. Anyhow.
Gonna sit next to the boy Gyorf.
All right.
Make your way to the boy Gyorf.
Yes, indeed.
Gyorf, I want you to talk.
Are you actually moving over to Gyorf, or are you just standing there?
Oh god, I'll move over to Gyorf. I moved.
It's not showing up for me.
What? Really? That's not Gyorf. Gyorf is right there.
Gyorf is right there.
What?
I moved him.
Not on my. For me, Gyorf is right here.
Oh my god. This
You're on
wingsuit's
him.
work of an enemy stand.
There.
What?
Refresh your page, Cole.
You see, Chadwick's on a different plane of existence entirely.
Oh, now it's up. What?
It's just lag.
Alright, well, that works.
Yeah.
Making my way down, Gyorf. Walking.
All right. So, Kaylin, I'm just assuming you're just going to be blah, 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 StarCraft, blah, 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 K-pop, blah, 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 want to make out.
I do have to ask something.
Okay.
Do we actually have any plans scheduled for today?
No, you didn't really have plans scheduled yesterday. It was more of a, even yesterday was more of a, hey, if I have time, do you want to meet up?
I'm just meaning in general. Okay, so sorry about not having been able to yesterday. So, however, I'm free today. So, wanna end up doing something?
Sure, I guess.
Well, how about meeting up at the diner? Maybe catching a movie.
Sure, okay.
Damn, what movies are in theaters? Something that
Um,
that Kaylin might think that Jessica would like.
let's take a look at.
Batman.
Let's take a look.
Girl back
Uh,
mountain.
Oakback Mountain. Let's take a look. Okay,
Healed
so
back mountain.
Why is Crow in the corner?
he's not there.
He's not okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it just
Oh,
so
I
I don't
guess
have
I'm
to.
having a stroke.
There was it. There was Rambo, Last Blood, Downton Abbey, Abominable. Those are ones that were just released. Basically anything this year, within reason, of course. Like the Avengers were out of screening by this point.
Well, what kinds of movies do you like?
Ghost Story.
Oh god.
Oh, I like really gay movies, like Brokeback Mountain.
And the gay shot.
And Chasing Amy. Those are the only gay movies I know of.
I like Google game movies. I'll be back.
Oh, that's go on incognito.
Do I have anything about this? I don't really have anything like that. I'm just gonna say she has a general interest, and it's like, I'll try anything.
Well, let's see.
Of course, the
I
movie
just started
called
to pull up my
Boys.
phone, started looking up what movies are in theaters. Well, let's see. There's a movie about a clown, another movie about a clown.
Another movie about a clown.
Let's see. It, which is about a nightmare clown. Joker, which is about a murderer clown.
A nightmare clown.
There's Rambo, which is about a guy, I guess, defending his property. Hippity hoppity. There's. Oh, this one looks kind of like it might be cute. Abominable? What is that one about? I don't really know anything about Himalayans or Tibet, but hey, I mean, that seems like it might be somewhat interesting.
Okay, sure. If that, this is Jake saying, sure.
I'm trying to get input from her. I'm trying to see
And
what her
like I said,
reactions are.
like I said, she's like, oh, I have a general interest and I'll be fine with anything.
Fine, fine.
I'm sorry, I don't have this thing written down, and it's like, I don't have an idea as to like if there's anything that'd be a hard no, because she's bizarre in
The
that
Smurf
regard.
movie.
No, she has taste.
Through my Hold on, I'm gonna change my search now. I found one lesbian movie so far.
Is it Chasing Amy? Because that's the only one that I know.
No, this one is called Blue is the Warmest Color.
Oh, I've seen that. I've
Oh,
seen
I've
that
seen
like
that
on
one.
Netflix.
With a U in colère.
Wait, Flannery, did you see that one?
Mm-hmm.
How gay is it?
I mean, on a
He's a
scale
bad
of 1 to
point
10,
of reference.
I'd put it around. I mean, no, not completely.
69.
I'd put it around a 7 or an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, this was a 10? Damn.
Damn.
It's not even a 10 on the gay scale. It's not even
Is
a
it
Kinsey
truly
6.
gay then?
I mean,
Anyway,
one of the first scenes is in a
anyways.
lesbian bar. So, I mean, it is pretty gay in that regard.
Anyways.
I mean, if I'm saying it's a 7 or an 8, then it's probably an actual 10, considering that it's me.
Anyways, you're gonna go and see an animated Abominable movie because it
Yep.
seems cute.
Yep.
Sounds good. She gives a thumbs up. It's like, okay, yeah, it looks adorable. Because, cute things is cute. Chadwick, are you two gonna go and try and see a movie with your one true love? Yorf?
No.
Oh, okay. You just walking up to Yorf and just standing there and hope he initiates
No,
it?
sitting down, get ready for class. What?
Oh, I thought you were going over to talk to him.
No, it's time for class.
Okay. Well, you get a slap on the back, and he's like, "Oh yes, hello there, friend Chadwick. See money.
George? What up, G?
Oh, many things like cloud. In old country, cloud not fly, cloud on ground.
Oh no, he lives in
I need a minute.
Barovia.
I need a minute.
He's from Barovia.
The
That
clouds are
explains
on the
way too
ground.
much.
Oh yes, cloud on ground every morning.
Morning. What about in like afternoon?
Afternoon, cloud go bye bye.
Bye bye. Where's the sun?
Sun, oh, is sky.
But clouds are on the ground.
Sometimes sun on ground too.
Some.
Sometimes.
Sometime.
Why not
Not all
all
the time.
time?
You make fun of way I speak, motherfucker.
Did he actually say that?
No.
Okay, I
But-
don't think so, but I was like, oh god.
Oh god.
That's interesting, man. Old country must be a cool place.
Oh yes, but I love America even more. I read all about American history, like how Abraham Lincoln was a vampire hunter.
He was what?
He was vampire hunter.
What
said
history
so.
book are you reading? Actually, no, I'm not gonna roll for you. That's common knowledge.
This history book. And he pulls out a copy of Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter.
uh, whoa, really?
Yeah,
No, I need that book.
I can. Here. He hands it to you. I know book. I know history front to back.
Thanks, man. I gotta read this.
I keep hoping one day maybe I will meet.
You want to meet Mr. Abraham Lincoln?
Oh yes.
He's dead, buddy.
Oh yes. But that won't stop me.
What do you plan on doing?
Walking
This is
up
an
to him
accurate
and say,
service.
"Hello, Mr. Lincoln. You are my favorite hero. Please shake hand."
But he's dead, Gjorf.
If you read the book, Abraham Lincoln turns into a vampire at the end.
Oh, Chadwick's gonna read the book.
So you could be confused for the time being.
Chadwick is gonna read the book instead of paying attention in class. I want you to know that.
What's your intelligence modifier again?
I don't have a modifier.
Oh, it's neutral. So
Sure.
I'll say if you're to read that, it will take you a couple days to get through if you're putting in like solid hours every day. It's not a thick book, but it's enough of a book. So yeah, there we go. That's your homeroom. French time.
Oh dear.
Oui, baguette, baguette.
Do you have anything you want to do there?
Skip.
Monsieur Saji. Skip, okay. Spanish time. Kaylin. Kaylin.
I am going to make a horrible, horrible mistake.
Oh, why?
You walk over to Lena. I remembered her name this time because I'm still kicking myself for switching her name and Jackie's name.
I'm just gonna end up taking a seat at the desk. Not in acknowledgement to Lena.
She looks at you and then just clutches at her right hand. The wrist of it is like, You've encountered a cursed being, haven't you? Something not of this world. Was
Kaylin's just gonna end up looking to her.
something evil.
I mean, as far as that goes, really, what I mean, evil is really completely up to what a person decides is good and evil. It's all subjective, isn't it?
I know what evil is. I've been cursed with a demon's blood, and instead of using said powers and the powers granted to me by such a demon, I instead use them to coalesce against evil, the evil it wishes for me to commit.
I mean, just because it's a demon doesn't mean that it's got to be necessarily evil. Maybe it's just misunderstood. I want you to know, out of character, I am very intentionally trying to avoid answering your question.
I can tell. Don't worry, I got this. I don't know what you think a demon named Satanel would be, if anything but evil.
I want to just permission to roll religion real quick.
Sure. You, you heard
Roll
Satan.
for Jesus.
Roll for
Jesus.
Jesus.
I mean, you were in
So,
Montana. You were probably in a Bible thumper community.
fair. That actually ends up meaning I probably wouldn't end up knowing what I wanted to end up saying. So, as far as that goes, sure. I mean, look, it wasn't his fault that Eve ate the apple. That was completely her choice.
Apple. I'm talking about evil here, not
I mean, the thing that is called the first evil, you know. Anyhow,
apples aren't evil, they're fruit.
I mean, tomato, tomato.
If I were to pull out a tomato, would you say that's
I mean, in all fairness, tomatoes are one of the bloodiest fruits.
so is
Actually, I
blood
want to correct
evil?
that. Tomatoes are one
So
of
if
the bloodiest vegetables.
so if you're saying that blood is evil, then the blood inside me is doubly evil.
I mean, I'm not saying that blood itself is evil, but I
But
mean,
you said
a
that
vegetable.
I said if a tomato was evil, and then you said it's one of the bloodiest fruit vegetable things.
But I mean, how many vegetables do you know that happen to end up bleeding when you cut them open? That's a little worrisome, isn't it?
Are you saying tomatoes are alive, that they have sentimentality?
I'm not saying that they do, but I'm not saying they don't either. Who's to know? I mean, it's not like anyone can speak with plants.
I'm just gonna assume this goes on back.
Yep.
Minutes.
No, I figured I was waiting for you to call it.
Yep. I was just making sure.
Yes,
And
Cole. Yes, it is.
speaking of stupid,
Hey!
What's
You
up?
know what? You know what time it is. It's time to talk to Miss Song.
Miss
Su- Miss
Soon?
Soon.
Sung.
Soong?
Sung.
Sung?
I thought it was song. Oh.
Soon.
Yeah, I thought you said song originally.
It's time to
Nope.
have a conversation in
song.
perfect Korean.
Yeah.
What's up, Teach?
Hello, Chadwick. Did you do the homework?
No, this just pulls out his homework. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll give you that. You are timely with it.
Little do you
Better than-
realize none of the answers are actually filled in. We haven't once said that we actually sat down to work on our homework.
I just assume that you do it in some bullshit manner.
Like before bed or something.
Yeah, before bed, when you wake up, in the shower.
I have all the time in the world.
Yeah, Saji's got plenty
Yeah.
of time.
He has no excuse not to.
I'm just lazy. Anyways, yeah, give me your homework so I can lose it and then just
Why do you even give out hope?
because Colorado law.
The law?
Yeah, the homework law of 1986.
Huh, never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's right by the one where it's right by the right of conquest law of 1985. It's one of those really obscure laws that really never comes up.
Huh. I never knew that was a thing, huh? Oh. I don't know why they need to make a law for that. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's almost like that there's some god arbitrarily making up for the sake of a joke.
Yeah, I know, right? We both look at the
Then the camera distorts, and all of a sudden, it cuts back, and all you see is this.
Oh. Well, this is no bueno.
Help!
Huh.
Jake, you whore. Get rid of the thing that's
Jumps
covering
out the
us
window. Jumps.
The window turns into one of them.
Oh, what the hell?
I choose death.
The funny thing is, Flannery wasn't freaked out by the last week. Or not last week, last time. Shit. Anyways, you having any other conversation with her? You know, how is it? School? Life? Or are you going to go all Tommy Wiseau like, so how's your sex life?
So, teacher,
how
been
is that?
fucked.
So, you ever been fucked?
Jen, get out of here.
Get out of here!
Go back to Duel Academy.
No, he'll just go back and then sit down. Hopefully, everyone's just like this guy. He's an idiot, but he knows fluent Korean.
Which makes him an even bigger idiot.
Learn a useful language like Chinese or Japanese.
Propane.
Guys,
Honest.
take a look at the chat. So, Teach, ever had a teacher-student fantasy?
No, that's like that's not sexual. That's you know, you ever
Want to
wanted
play
to
D&D with your kids?
or get isekai?
What's that? What's the woman from Persona 5 where it's like, well, I'm a teacher. That makes it better.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's only because of Persona 5 that I understood that joke. Or rather than memes surrounding Persona
fine.
5.
You sweet, sweet summer troll. I'm still trying to bash into your brain how this stuff works so you can recognize it on command.
I mean, it's sinking in slowly.
It is. It's been 2.5 years, but it's happening. It's been 2.5 years. It's been a year and a half. It's been one or the two.
I think it's been, oh no shit, it's been 2.5 years because DARPA's a year. This has been a year at this point almost, and we've been talking for a little bit longer than before DARP started.
Yeah.
Well, so
Anyways.
2 years. Anyhow,
The quick encroach of time aside, you know what also that means? It's time for lunch.
But I'm not hungry.
Who are you whores going to be talking to and sit by? I know you're talking to your girlfriend, Kaylin. Noah, you're just being antisocial. Chadwick, are you going to talk to anyone? Or are we good?
I'll talk to someone. He's got to have his daily conversation with Johanna.
I'm actually doing something different.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
She's like.
I'm breaking up with my girlfriend.
I'm gonna send her a text message letting her know that I'm gonna be taking a. I'm probably not gonna be in the cafeteria today.
What are you doing then?
Drugs.
I'm gonna just quickly end up. Heading up to the school roof and eat my lunch on the roof.
You know what? Cover that in a minute.
The roof?
Roof. The roof is on fire. God damn it, Kaylin. We told you no arson.
What did we just say this morning?
All right, so let's go Chadwick first.
Okay.
Chadwick, you sit down next to Johanna.
Good afternoon, Johanna.
She just looks and nods.
So I have a question for you, and I hope that you know, because you're pretty... If a tree falls and no one's around, does it actually make a...
If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around, does it make a sound?
Yeah. Does it?
I don't know. Why don't you go find out?
I can't.
Why don't you get a tree that's about to fall over? But then but you place a tape recorder down and get far away.
But how can I make sure it falls down?
By going back and checking like a day later.
But does it make a sound?
That's why you have the tape recorder. If it
Well, how do you not know? I thought you were like smart.
I'm telling you, if you want to make this an experiment for you, Chad.
I don't want to make an experiment. I just want to know.
Well, the answer is yes.
But no one's around to hear it. So does it really?
Do animals not have ears?
Do what?
Animals not have ears?
They have ears, I think. I don't know. I've never really...
Do they not hear things if you're not around?
I don't know. Do they?
Chadwick, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do people exist if you can't see them?
That's a great question. Do they?
I'm asking you.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Just fuck already.
This went on for several hours.
You guys start debating like philosophy and what is a man besides a miserable pile of secrets.
No,
I'm gonna make all the
is
fucking
a Homo
castle
sapien made from flesh and bone, not oil and I assume what can only be a hamster on a wheel.
I will make all the goddamn Castlevania references I want to. Anyways,
I
with
would
that
go
done,
talk to him, Helsing will
I
put a
take
bridge
it-
once they want.
what?
Nothing. Ignore me.
With that done, Noah, I'm gonna give you the chance to say something, but you probably won't take it.
Ha.
In that case,
What the fuck? What the-
sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice,
Wait a minute.
sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice.
Wait a minute.
I'm not okay with
You didn't
this. It's too many people.
I think we're gonna get killed.
Too many eyes.
You get approached by Kelly, just like, hey, how you doing there, Squirm you?
Hi. It's Noah.
Yeah, no, it's just you're always like nose deep in a book.
Yes.
So I just, figured I'd go and say hi. Reading anything interesting?
I've been really into a psychology book recently.
Oh. Anything? Learn anything interesting in it, or is it just, your introductory stuff?
And I guess as much as I can to get proficient at it, I guess.
Sounds like a very D&D-esque way to put it. No, I'm kidding. Are you hoping that it will allow you to add in your proficiency modifier when you roll to psychologize someone?
That's the goal, yes.
Oh, wow, fascinating. I, too, am studying to become proficient in many a things, like science. So when I decide I want to make a nuclear bomb, I can say I will roll science with advantage because I am proficient.
Good luck on your endeavors.
No, she just looks, well, and you come across anything interesting? I haven't had much time to look into psychology myself.
It's interesting, getting to learn how some people operate or something. But sometimes you still kind of don't I don't know. I'm just trying to understand better.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just, I always see it, looking into that book. So I figured, hey, maybe he's something that I don't see, or that I don't know. So, you wouldn't be that interested in it if it was boring. What I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy reading, so
Well, I mean, that's a lot healthier than you like, doing drugs, and laughs at her joke. And yeah, she was basically just wanting to see what what you were reading, see what holding your interest so long.
it doesn't take much.
Uh, yeah. Well, I'll let you get back to your lunch and your book.
Thanks. Enjoy the rest of your lunch too.
I will. Hard to say no to pigs in a blanket.
And now I will go back to quote unquote reading my book while I am listening to Chadwick having this conversation with Yana.
Yeah, you're pretending to read. You're just listening to the idiocy.
Yes, this is my lunchtime entertainment.
Idiocy. You shouldn't be so insulting to Johanna.
Well, no, but you've dragged her down to your level.
Exactly. We're on my terms, Johanna. I'm winning.
Yeah, you don't get into an argument with an idiot because they will drag you down to their level and beat you with experience.
Exactly. And Chadwick's got home field advantage.
I got Chad advantage.
Chad advantage.
Speaking of idiocy, Kaylin, you're on the roof. It is not on fire. And you are
Yes.
having your lunch. You see Gyorf is also up there, having lunch.
But is Kyorf on fire?
His hair is red,
Got it.
so from an
So
angle,
could be
it's
more
like
on
a fire.
fire.
It could be.
I'm gonna just take a seat. I'll wave over to Yorf as I end up opening up my lunch bag and pull out my grilled cheese that happens to have basically is a grilled steak and cheese.
It is, in fact, it's actually one of those like KFC double downs, except it's a grilled cheese with 2 steaks as the bread.
He goes a little too heavy
with
handed
a
with his
note
steaks.
that says, "You need your protein. You eat fruit, a lot of it. Fruit doesn't have protein."
Okay, Dad. So I'm gonna go ahead and start eating at the double down sandwich.
I'm assuming that you went and grabbed like a fork and knife.
I'm trying, yeah, with fork and knife.
And yep,
But plastic knife on a on steak doesn't work too well.
it's not the greatest, but at least the plastic knife is serrated, so
So as far
it
as
can
that
come.
goes, I'm just gonna wave over to Georg. But mostly I'm up here just so that my back's not against a chair because it's very uncomfortable.
Fair enough. It's definitely getting cooler. It's not cold, but it's not, a summer day anymore. It's getting into that fall temperature where it's like, it's in the mid 60s.
All right. Well, as far as that goes, I'm just gonna enjoy my sandwich. And as far as that goes, if Georg's not gonna come over to me, I'm not gonna necessarily instigate anything with him either. That said,
No,
I am
you see
going to
him
take a look.
basically. Oh, go ahead.
I am going to take a look around and see if there's any signs of fire. And as soon as I realize there's not, and that the place could be more on fire, I'm going to feel disappointed and say to myself, "Well, I've been lied to."
You are slowly turning into uh, Logan's character from Soup Can Academy.
I
I
haven't
can't
seen
remember
that yet.
his name. I can't remember his name, but he was an arson whose power was fire, and he burnt down all his previous schools.
I'm just looking around, feeling very disappointed that the roof is not on fire. I've been lied to.
And you see, and when you look over at York, you see him basically just laying on his back, looking at clouds, and eating his lunch. What it is, you can't even make heads or tails of what the food is.
What does it look like vaguely?
Vaguely, it looks like a blob.
Out of character, great, so he's eating a ooze. In
Mm,
character, huh. That's something. I'm just gonna look up and look at the clouds as well.
Yep. Clouds. You see one that looks like a cloud, and another one that looks like a cloud, and then one of them that looks like the recipe for KFC's fried chicken. However, it's written in Portuguese.
Do any of them look like a bunny? A fluffy bunny at that.
Uh, you see one that looks like 1-to-1, exactly like the Playboy bunny.
Huh, a bunny shaped cloud. Well, looks like we're all fucked.
That's one thing I will never get used to in Japan is just that Playboy is a brand that people put on clothing, specifically girls' clothing.
I mean, in all fairness, the logo is very, very cute.
It's not the logo. It's literally just the word.
Oh, well, never mind then.
I will never get used to that. And it's not even like, it's not like it's like relegated for like older women. No, it's for like elementary kids. I see that on my students and it's like, I feel gross looking at this. I know you don't know what it means, but God.
Anyhow,
Science. Today it's a test on the wee green men, way orange men, and then the snipes. I hope you studied. What do you do for
I
the
have
test?
hands-on experience, so
What do you do for the test? It's basically like write in the telltale traits of these things.
Explain the properties of a magic carpet. Smothering.
Explain why the Disney movie Aladdin would have been much more entertaining if the carpet tried to smother Aladdin on a
Explain
regular
why Disney's Aladdin is inaccurate.
basis.
Well, first of all, the carpet.
as far as that goes, do you want us to end up just like rolling a dice for this?
Just roll and see how well you're able to get your point across in writing. So just roll intelligence.
Well, I mean, if it's about how well we can get our point across in words, shouldn't that be charisma?
Intelligence or charisma, I'll let you choose. Kaylin, you got it. You
Damn.
No, you get really focused in on like the nitty gritty scientific details that you start to run out of time. So you start to hurry up. It's like, well, fuck, I'm just gonna write in like the bare bones basics. And Bull went to Burb, so I'm gonna go just roll for him.
When Noah ends up saying that Kaylin gets a higher grade on the test.
And Chadwick is just like, these things are fucking annoying, man. And he doesn't elaborate on it. And then let's just roll Jeremy. See what he does. Charisma, others, he's bad. So, and Jeremy is just he's clearly still spooked. He's been spooked all day.
Jeremy, you wrote zoinks all over your paper.
I mean, have you seen one of these things? You're right, A+.
Can't beat that infallible logic. He clearly knows more than I do.
He's an expert. And with that, congratulations, Kaylin. You write like enough about how bad they smell to be like, oh yes, you clearly know what you're talking about.
I like to imagine that Kaylin not only answered like every single one of the regular questions, but that Sir Reginald ended up including like a bonus question, and she just ended up answering that too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I just like to imagine that she just got like 110% on the test.
Yeah,
You
you
were
got
only supposed to get, like,
102%.
I mean, that's fair. You're only supposed to be able to get 100%, like even with that bonus question, but somehow still ended up getting the extra percents.
Oh God, was there a
There was a roll for your charisma for writing about snipes and wee green men and way orange men, and you rolled a 7. meaning that you just wrote, "They fucking suck."
That's yeah, that's fair.
And
Goes
Kaylin got the
right
best
back to
grade in
reading
the
your
group.
vampire book.
And the teacher's just like, I damn right agree.
And Jeremy rolled a 5, so he just wrote zoinks because from the day before. It's like, I mean, if you've seen these, you would also say zoinks, so I agree. But Kaylin got 102% because she got a nat 20. With that being said and done, class finishes. The world opens up to you. Where to fuck do you want to go?
Well, I mean, I've got my movie date.
Yeah. Noah's going home.
I'll actually end up sending a message to Jessica. Do you want to go to the diner first, or well, meet me outside the school, and then
Yeah.
we can decide where we're gonna go first.
Okay. Yep. She'll just give a thumbs up emoji. And then Chadwick, what are you doing on this fine Wednesday day?
I need to get my for Jules.
Okay, so you're going to get his lunch.
Yes, I need a rotisserie chicken, mashed potatoes, and a bottle of IBC.
Yes.
So I'm going to get his lunch.
I'm gonna get that man his lunch. He's gonna love it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And with that, since we'll be bouncing around a bit, Kaylin, you wait for a minute. You're waiting outside, like right outside by like that. Not quite not really the gate because it's an American high school that's built based off a Japanese high school. This was made before the gate system was implemented, so there's no gate. It's just the main drive. You're kind of just standing there waiting, playing some angry flaps on your phone. I'm not sure what the kids play these days. And Jessica's like, okay, I'm here. What? So we just gonna go now, I guess?
I mean, we can end up going now, and would you rather head to the diner or the movie first? There's a few showtimes still, so.
I mean, if we go to the diner first, then we might not want pop. Get the first, we might not want. So
Can you try saying that again? You're cutting out.
it. Hold on. It's about 11 o'clock, which is when I need to leave and come back because fucking. Okay. I mean, if we go to if we go to the diner first, then we might not get any popcorn because we'll, be full. But then if we go to the movie first, then we might not want to go to diner because we've had popcorn.
Mm,
What would you rather not have in case you're too full?
well, I mean, we can always go to the diner and just get like a dessert or something. So let's go to the movie first and then the diner after.
Okay. Does that smile with like the head cock sort of thing? All right, let's go.
All right. With that,
And there's
I
no movie specifically, so congratulations, you go to store district.
that's fine. Anyhow, so as far as that goes, I'll sit and watch the movie with her. I'll look over every now and then
Now
to see how she's enjoying it.
I have question.
I'll make up answer.
Who's one tickets you buying one? You buying separate, or are you being the gentleman, woman, and buying both tickets?
I mean, I'm going to end up offering to buy both, but if she says that she wants to, like, buy hers, I'm not going to fight her on it, but I'm definitely going to at least offer to pay, since, I'm the one who offered to take her out.
I'm like, how insistent would you be, at least in the beginning?
I mean, as far as insistent goes, it'd really just be a matter of, oh, 2 tickets for Abominable, please. And I'll just pull out the money ready to pay and then just see what. And I'll try to pay. And if she decides she wants to end up trying to do something, then I'd respond based off that.
No, in fact, she's just kind of standing. If you glance back, she's just kind of standing behind you and looking a bit red in the face. Just a little bit, not like, concern levels, but it's like, oh, maybe it's just warm in here.
With that, I'll end up getting the tickets, hand one to her.
All
And as far
right.
as that goes,
It's like 4 o'clock, so you get matinee price. So just take $10 off.
works for me. And then, so I want to end up, let's go over to the concession stand real quick. Might as well get the popcorn now since there's still a little bit of time before it starts.
Yeah. Sure.
With that, I'll get a large popcorn because free refills if we decide that we want to eat it all during the trailers.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
I'm gonna grab a large popcorn because free refills in case we end up deciding we want to eat it all during the trailer.
Yeah, those are those massive buckets where it's like, yeah, we could share one and be fine.
Yep. Get the large and 2 drinks. As far as that goes, it'd be combo style. So as far as that goes, Kaylin would end up getting a mixed icy and whatever Jessica wants.
Yep, she gets one large cocaine.
All right.
A
So
single cocaine, just very big.
all right. So with the combo for the cola and icy and popcorn, what do I need to mark off
And
for that?
that one, mark off another 10 because you're getting the date night special.
What if she
If it's
turned to you and she said, "I want the world"?
Zawardo!
Would you still?
well, I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and conquer the world then. Sorry,
Don't worry,
Zawarugo for
don't
you
worry.
then. But yeah, as far as that goes, uh, I'll go ahead and end up paying for it. Will the guy end up making a comment about it being the date night special or something like that?
Nah, because he doesn't want to. I rolled and he's like, no, I'm not going to make that comment because I don't want to lose business and then get yelled at by my boss again for losing yet another gay couple.
I mean, fair. So with that, uh, I'll go ahead and grab the popcorn and my drink. I'd grab her drink and carry it for her, but I only have 2 hands.
But you also have tits. And as we learned, you're
I'm
not good
not
at
trying
balancing
that
things on
again.
them. You are not good at balancing things on them. But then again, it was only bubble tea that you were bad. Anyways, no. You probably get one of those like tray sort of deals, those cardboard like egg carton trays that you can carry things with.
Okay, so in that case, I'll go and I'll end up carrying the stuff, and then realize once we get over to the person who takes the tickets, this might not have been a good idea since I'm gonna have a hard time getting the ticket over. Oops.
Where
I would have
where did you put your
definitely
tickets?
Hmm?
Where did you put the tickets?
I would have probably kept it like in hand instead of putting it in a
In my
pocket.
cleavage.
Like I would have still had it in a hand, just
They're in my mouth, but
kind
you have to
of
get it with your
awkward,
tongue.
since I'm gonna be basically holding two things that are a little bit hard to really move without spilling stuff.
Uh, Jessica's just gonna grab everything. It's like, okay, no, I got two hands that aren't broken. I can carry things. You don't need to, give me the special treatment.
Special treatment.
I mean, you're carrying everything, aren't you?
I mean, I just figured that it was only right since I'm the one who ended up asking you to come with me. So
I got the. I mean, she. You know by now, she is not an assertive person. So that was her way of saying, I can do this, but I mean, if you don't want to, I mean, I guess that's okay. It's not like I'm, trying to help or anything, Baka.
I really do appreciate you, Jessica. With that, I hand the tickets over. And with
It's not
that,
like this is a date, Baka.
I mean, hey, I never said anything about it being a date, Papa. Anyhow,
It's,
uh,
it,
but as far as that goes, we go in, we get our seats, and we watch the movie.
you watched the movie, and because we've been on you for a bit, I'm gonna come back to you in a minute. That way, I also have a reason to randomly shout your name so you stay awake.
I mean, that's fair.
So with that, Cole, in the meantime, whilst I do Noah's thing, why don't you look up the price of a rotisserie chicken and all those other stuff? Because I don't have the price points. Just look up
Alright,
at, like,
I got you.
freaking Sam's Club or something. Or Walmart.
I mean, if you're doing all
Walmart's
that, $10 would probably be fine.
I mean, for all of that.
I mean, $1 for the soda, the mashed potatoes being probably
$1
like
for
another 2 or 3.
I mean, $1 for the soda, that makes sense in Japan, but I mean, stateside, no, it's usually more expensive because of the glass cross. Anyway, so, Saji!
Yeah.
No, you go back home. I'm assuming you're not just, like, breaking into, like, Kaylin's house. Are you?
Give it time. I'm going home.
Okay. Yeah, just going home and...
I've been sitting on this damn scroll of alarm for how long? I'm playing this end book.
Okay. So, your sisters are still at school. Your mother is home. Your dad is out.
Immediately concerned. Where'd he go?
Your mom's
I
looking
mean,
at the
it's
painting.
obvious he's under the sea.
Oh, your dad, he went to go and get a frame for this picture.
Oh.
It's almost done, so he figured that way maybe tomorrow when he finishes, he can just, frame it.
All right.
I think this is another one he's not going to want to part with.
Yeah, it's been like that for a while.
Yeah. We're running out of space on the walls. We've actually had to take down some of your sister's artworks from the fridge so we can put up your dad's.
That's why we got to open both the fridge and the freezer at the same time.
Yeah. So, have a good day at school.
Yeah, it was a day.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than, I mean, it's good. Wasn't a night. We're not sending you to night school now.
Yeah, I gotta go out for that.
Yeah. So just gonna go back and do some reading like you usually do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you get lonely, I'm here.
I'm fine. I got plenty of books.
Okay. I'm not lonely, but no, I'm kidding.
Let me love you.
Why do you not let me in? I'm like that Key and Peele. Let me in.
You can open the door anytime. Let me in.
I'm talking about.
The
I'm talking about
door's
your
open.
heart, son. I want to be your mother.
You are. You're the stepmother. You legally, yeah, you are.
Not just legally, but emotionally too.
I call you mom.
That's a title. I legally changed my name to Mom.
Oh dear. We're going by parents' logic.
Yep, my last name is Mom, and my first name is my real. So when you say you're not my real mom, I can say yes, I am.
I mean, in all
Went through a lot
honesty,
of
take a look at that
legal.
face
Went through a
claim.
lot of legal trouble for this pun, Noah. I appreciate it.
I mean, take a look at that face claim. I believe that she'd do that.
It's your punishment. Eh? Eh?
Nay. She nay.
Eh?
get away from my.
I'm sure that was hilarious, but it cut out for me.
No. Yes, it is. Always hilarious.
All right, so you're gonna go and start working on that scroll and transcribing it into your book?
Yes.
Also, pretty sure that frag fell asleep.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe it's for the best.
He's a kooky Dane after all. Anyway,
Day and night.
you will take. Yeah, it'll take a while for that to transcribe, won't it? Like 4-something hours.
I don't know.
What level is
It-
alarm?
1.
Oh, if it's
Yeah.
a level 1, then it's only 2 hours.
I could have swore it was longer.
It's 2 hours, but don't forget to, if you're transcribing from a scroll, make sure that you end up, there's a roll you need to do for it.
Yep, there's totally a role that I know this. I'm definitely not opening the PHP, going to PHP /wizards / what the fuck do they need to roll?
I believe it's intelligence. I believe it's intelligence, and I want to say it's a DC 10? I want to say it's DC 10. But if you fail, it ends up being, like, the scroll ends up being destroyed, so.
So many. I have never played a wizard, so this is all so new to me. Yada 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 yada. Preparing casting spells, blah blah blah. Cast, blah, blah, blah. No, that is ritual casting spell casting. Focus. What the fuck is the transcribing spell? Copying spell. Okay, there we go. Find a wizard spell with first level or higher. Copy your spellbook. Decipher. Give you a you can add it to your spellbook if it is a level for which you have spell slots, and if you can spare the time. So blah blah blah. Yes, you do, and yes, you can. Copying a spell. Blah 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 blah. Okay, for each level of spell, it takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold. But I already sort of took that into account when I gave you your spellbook by making you have to pay for it, and by the book and the ink. So I'm just gonna say the first one's free. It's like a drug. The next time you're gonna need to buy new materials like special ink from a special store.
The special ink store.
The special ink store. It's made from real squid ink.
It's actually Kraken ink.
Gotta go hunt my own ink.
Yeah. But yeah, you can do that. It takes you 2 hours, so that'll take you like 6 o'clock.
Oh, perfect.
Assuming you
Just
get home
gonna
about 4.
add that in for once.
And then
Yeah.
what was the roll for it again? Mostly for future reference.
Did it even? I don't think it even said a roll specifically. Let me double check because I might have glanced past it. No, there's no roll for it.
Mm, it's the I saw it went in that real quick. On an intelligence arcana check with a DC equal to 10 plus the spell's level.
Where do you see that?
I did it the quick and easy way by going into Roll20 and just checking. I put the link in our in the sidebar chat for this.
Let's see.
Regardless of if the check is successful, the spell scroll is destroyed though. But since it's a level 1, it's only a DC 11 Arcana.
No, that's DC 10. No, wait. Let me read. Oh, yeah. So DC 11. Saji, do you want to roll intelligence or do you just want to auto-succeed with your magical wizard ability?
I'll take a 9.
Yeah, because that makes it plus. You're way over 11. You're good.
I first told myself reading the scroll.
When you woke up at 4 in the morning today because of trance, you're like, I'm gonna go and copy this spell into my book. So I'm just gonna prep myself for that. I got my special ink, I got my book, I got my vanilla scented candle.
This ability almost makes transferring spells not out. Takes the fear out of it entirely.
Yeah,
I mean, that's part of the point, though, so...
There's
Anyways,
multiple points of that thing.
You got it. You got
I
yourself
did
a
it.
new spell. We did it, Reddit. And with
Is that a
that,
bonus?
yep. Anything else you want to do? I mean, your kid sisters will get home and go playing because, I mean, what is homework?
One time. I will read that psychology book until they get home, and then, the Big Brother stuff.
Big Brother stuff, of course. So you're going to go and, steal their Barbie dolls and put them in the top shelf where you're saying, oh no, where are they? And then you're going to just pull them out from behind their ear.
These are the type of sisters I'd be like, let's burn them.
Yeah. Let's strap them to a rocket like Buzz Lightyear.
Cast firebolt on her doll.
So just gonna, play with your sisters and just kind of. Are you calling it an early day? Is what I'm asking. Because that's kind of what it sounds like, where you just like, we'll do family stuff.
Yeah, sure, man.
No, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna come back to you. It's just like I won't actively be trying to hop back and forth if yours is like, yeah, no, I'm still playing with my family, wondering where my dad is, wondering why my mom went out for a pack of smokes 10 years ago and never came back.
Okay, I will say this: it will be an early day unless Dad does not come home by like 7.
Nah, he comes back with a picture frame.
Okay, because like if he had his own little misadventures, I'd be like, oh my god, what's he doing?
You see him trapped in a lobster cage. Help, son! They think I'm a lobster. I've done it.
I did it. I now understand the tragedy of lobsters, the sadness they go.
But I can't go back to prison. I'm not made for that abuse.
The prison is
Not
for the
again.
lobster.
Not again. Okay.
And that's how I met your mother.
Chadwick.
Hmm?
Did you look up the stuff I told you to look up?
I did.
What's the cost?
So the
Everything?
rotisserie chicken's gonna be costing about 7, mashed
Okay.
potatoes 3, and the soda $1.
Okay.
I mean, just
So
make it
$11. No, I'm saying
Don't
11.
tell him what to do.
It's 11. I might make it 12 because Flannery was being an overly critical ass.
10. Just saying, don't be mean to your brother.
He's my brother. That's the reason to be mean.
You don't. You're new around here, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm never mean to my siblings.
Wow,
That's because you never talk. I don't know.
you're a
I mean,
shit
you're
brother.
not wrong, but still.
Anyways, $11 down the drain, and you come in with Jules' lunch/dinner.
Lunner.
Jules, I got the stuff you wanted.
All right, handy.
Goods.
And then he just opens up the rotisserie, rips off a leg, smells it, licks it a little bit, and then he just, sticks it in his mouth and pulls it out, and it comes out bone clean like it's a cartoon.
Whoa.
All right, you did. All right, you did good. So next, I'll be teaching you the ancient art. Save my hide a lot back in Nam. And all right. So allow me to show you. He gets into a fighting stance with you. Do you follow up by getting into a fighting stance with him?
Yes.
What is your roll me a wisdom?
Sachi. Your profile picture just makes it better.
Okay, you do not succeed, which is good because this is the whole point. He shouts at you, "That's my purse! I don't know you!"
Does
And he kicks you in the dick.
Oh my god.
Oh, the mini chats.
Here is your new skill, Cole.
So is all he is he just a the King of the Hill reference all through?
That's what I'm feeling.
I feel like that's all he is, and I'm not complaining.
Now,
I enjoy it, but
and I want to elaborate. A targeted attack in that regard, upon a hit, there will also always be an additional bonus to it. I will come up with something, depending on like what makes sense. So logically, if you're like, this is a man in full plate armor, I'm gonna kick him in the dick. That's not gonna work. You're gonna break your foot.
Oh god.
But so long as it makes sense, there will be something going for it.
I see the.
What is this power?
And then he just hands you a chicken wing.
Put that whole thing in your mouth like he did.
Roll me dexterity because it's a tongue thing. Yeah, you're able to get like 98% of the meat off. The only stuff that's still on there is the bit of the wing you were holding on to.
Huh.
The chat would just deep throat a chicken wing.
I mean that's just the second effect of the skill he taught you.
Yeah.
The ability to deep throat chicken.
All right. Let's see. Allow me to knock off the rotisserie chicken, mashed taters, and in that case, 1, 2. Cole, do you want to continue training with Jules, or are you done after he kicks you?
After he kicked me, he's probably done. But he's interested in what he needs to get next.
That's what I was asking. Are you like continuing with it?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a d6. 6 will be a reroll.
The whole time he's still laying on the ground.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, let's see. What is this one?
You need to get. God.
You
Oh
need
my
to.
God, he
All
got
right.
me. God.
On 3 in good condition.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
So, one more time, what does he need to get?
3 car tires in good condition.
I take it that his ex ended up slashing 3 of his tires, but not the 4th because if she slashed all 4, then insurance pays for it.
As you see Chadwick out front of the Veterans Hall, taking the tires off of Jules'
Jules' car.
all in good.
He just kicks you in the dick again. Those are my tires. I know you.
The problem is those are in terrible condition, which is why he needs a replacement.
I know.
You see that the tire has a stamp on it from 1977.
God damn.
Anyways,
And that's the most recent of the 4.
that's what you got. And between being kicked in the dick, the recovery time, and realizing, oh shit, I need to get car tires, is probably like close to 5. Chadwick gonna do anything else on this fine Wednesday afternoon?
Let's see. He'd go to not Bird versus Camel.
Oh, sorry. To
No, he wouldn't go to class either.
oh.
But he would go to the boba shop.
Okay. I don't have that on the map, so you're still in the stores district. You're going to
Alright.
Yo Boba.
Yeah, yo boba.
Yo,
Oh,
boba.
Boba!
Boba.
Actually, it's under
Boba
new.
store.
Actually, it's under new management. It's called Bobaba Bobaba.
Oh.
Boba. Boba.
I appreciate this change in management.
Super Fist of the Boba. And is Chadwick going to just go there and just be like,
Yes.
"Yep, this is the boba shop"?
He's gonna go there and get boba. What else is he gonna do?
What kind of boba is he gonna get?
The boba kind.
Ah, yes. You're gonna get the Home Depot bucket filled with the boba and some water.
And some skin.
And some
No.
Skittles.
He will get mango tea.
Ah. That is a story I need to tell you guys later because I learned something that is like that about Japanese that makes me very upsetty about how close two completely different words are. One being extraordinarily innocent and the other being extraordinarily wow.
Wow.
Basically, I learned how I could get us demonetized in Japanese.
Nice.
I mean, hey. if you do
This
so,
session
then
is
that
not
means-
available in your country.
I mean,
What?
if you do so, then that means that it makes it another reason why the FTC can't end up hitting me with this being child friendly. Go for it.
We'll tell you. I'll tell you in a bit, like near the end.
KK.
Anyways, so you get some boba. You see, I'm just gonna roll a luck and see if you see anyone. At the boba store, you see Ellie, purple hair girl.
Oh. I know who that is.
Yes, you do. She was the one you did some dancing with at the arcade.
just gonna go to Ellie. So, keeping up with your dancing?
She smiles like, I mean, of course, between, you know, study. And once again, I want to reiterate that she is like instantly recognizable as like a preppy type just based off her dress. So it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's like, oh yeah, of course. No, I keep on track of that, but can't be my whole life.
Chadwick looks around, especially. Yeah, I agree with you. You can't just do that your whole life.
Well, I mean, I can't. Some people can. It's not for me though.
No, it's not. I understand you. It's important to do other,
To study, play football.
to study, play football, adventure.
Adventure here? What are you gonna do? Look through some those like ancient like bear caves or like the mine shafts or like see if there's actually an underwater city.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Or check out the forest, because it really doesn't make sense. Have you ever been in there?
Yeah, there's a lot of trees.
Yeah, but like, have you ever tried like following the path? It's so weird.
Hmm. I mean, one time I was walking through the forest and I found this like really weird cave, but I don't remember how I got there. It looked kind of like a skull. It was really kind of creepy.
You found a cave that looked like a skull.
Yeah, like kind of like a skull.
Question for you, Jake.
Yeah,
Does this sound familiar to him?
no,
Question for you, Jake.
yeah,
Is this you trying to do another Aladdin reference?
no. This is not.
You're sure this is not a Cave of
Question
Wonders
for you,
reference?
Jake. Question for you, Jake. Is Jafar back?
Yeah, you gotta wash it.
Anyhow, that's interesting. Was there anything in there?
Nah, I didn't really look. I was just walking and I was like, oh, that cave looks like a skull. That skull looks like a cave. Wow, that'd be dark.
Oh, hold on a second. I gotta respond to this text. He's gonna text a group chat. Guys, there's a skull cave in the forest.
I mean, I'm in a movie, so my phone's off.
Yeah, unless you're gonna be a rude prick and have your phone like not silenced during the movie. I think that's being ignored.
Yeah, that's really interesting, huh? A skull cave. I guess that's cool to adventure in.
Like I said, it looked kind of like a skull if you like squinted at it or something. I mean, I
Well,
was also kind of far away.
that's
I was also kind of far
I
away.
mean that's better than going to the
Going to. I'm sorry. Could you repeat? You cut out.
it's better than going to the Bajak.
What's wrong with the bajak? It's got
Well,
plenty
it's
of
just not
exercise
as
equipment.
cool.
I mean, yeah, but it has exercise equipment and you can learn karate.
I guess, but like a skull cave.
Yeah, I feel like you're more excited about this than you really should be. It wasn't really much. It was like I said, it kind of looked like a cave.
Come on, Ellie, where's your sense of adventure? There could be anything in that cave. There could be treasure. There could be nothing. There could be a bear. There could be a bear guarding the treasure.
I mean, there could also end up being a asshole carpet that tries to smother you.
Or there could be a bear.
I mean, I don't know why, but I keep hearing Kaylin for some reason.
Yeah, even though she's at the movie.
Yeah, how did you know that? Anyway, yeah, I mean, but if there's a bear, I'm not a hunter. I don't want to run into a bear. Bears are dangerous, and they're not afraid of caves. Did I cut
Huh.
out? Okay, no.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah. Just don't.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I'll see you
What?
around.
Okay. See you later. No, I'm assuming you sent Noah the text about the skull cave as
Oh, I
well.
sent it to the group chat.
Okay. Noah, whilst you're
Yes.
transcribing, you hear a
Silence.
Okay, so Chadwick, you've been
I'm in
ignored.
the zone.
You're in the chalk zone.
I'm alone. Maybe I should go to the forest.
Alone.
Are you
That's a
gonna
good
go?
idea.
You're
Ah,
going to the
die.
forest alone.
Caitlin, let the darkness consume you.
All right, you'll get there. It's gonna be probably close to 7, so
Okay.
you know it's getting dark.
This is a great idea.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm gonna die.
I mean, if
so
it's close to 7, then that means that there's an entire
Okay.
hour that Noah would have ended up being able to respond to the text message.
actually, no, it'd be close to like 6:30 ish. I forgot I
I
said
got
he
there
was
at
done.
5.
Yeah, I thought you. Yeah, I forgot I said 5, not 6. That was my fault.
I mean, even still, that would still be time for Noah to be able to at least see it and realize that Chadwick might do something stupid.
But he's also having dinner. Flannery let him do
He
what
said he
got.
was in the zone, and then assume he went from the zone.
I'm just giving him
I mean, I was doing my
opportunity.
transcribing. I'm like, I'm in the zone. I can't be disturbed. But when transcribing is done,
Flannery, let Chadwick do a dumb.
I'm
Quit trying to
keep-
smarten his idea.
I'm just trying to keep Chadwick from being murderified, okay?
Look, if he
I'm
wants
trying
to
to
be
help.
murderified, he can be murderified all he wants.
Because I can tell you right now, Kaylin's going to have forgotten to turn her phone back on after everything.
Okay. Anyways, speaking of Kaylin, hey, you're in the movie. It's a good movie. It's very cute. What you doing during the movie?
For the most part, I'm just gonna look over every now and then just to see just generally how she's enjoying it.
Roll perception.
That would be. No, are you sure it wouldn't be insight?
I mean, are you actually trying to discern her feelings? Or are you trying to just look at her face and see, is that a smile or a nonplussed face?
I'm just trying to get an idea of whether or not she seems to be enjoying it, so I feel like that would be a matter of just estimating her feelings.
Okay, you gonna roll?
So would that still be just perception, or because if you say it's just perception, I'll do perception.
I'm still gonna say perception.
You sure I can't get that extra +2 for insight?
You see, she's watching a movie, and you know what? She seems to be enjoying it. You're a little distracted. She's a little distracted, but because she's looking over, and you're staring at her, trying to figure out, does she like movie?
I mean, I'm not trying to stare. I'm not being a creep, dude. But just look over, look back to the movie type deal.
Yep.
Anyhow, as far as that goes, overall, mostly just watching the movie, eating the popcorn. I do need to ask though, do she and I end up reaching for popcorn at the same time and hands touching and all that?
Oh yeah.
Standard
I mean,
pizza
that's
stuff.
just kind of a given when you're sharing a bucket.
I'm basically asking if there's any moments.
I said yes. You're sharing a bucket. It's bound to happen.
I mean, I'm talking like, actual romantic moments for us.
Like I said, I'm leaving this to Flannery because Flannery's the one who initiated the date.
Well, shit, dude. Look, I'm not exactly what you call the most understanding when it comes to this shit. Okay, shit, now I need to actually put myself in, like, date mode.
Do I need to come back to you?
Yes, please. Because
All
as
right,
I
we'll come
said,
back.
there's no way I'm gonna end up thinking to turn my phone back on. I'm a bit
We'll
distracted
come.
by date.
We'll come back to you in a minute. Then we'll give you some time to think how to gay. Yo, Chadwick, you're going to the woods, huh? You going to explore on your own, huh?
Oh, what am I
Yeah,
doing
I'm
there?
gonna
There you
die.
go. You guys aren't there. I just don't want to delete you just to re-add you later.
I mean, that's fair.
So, Chadwick, what you doing? You got literally nothing other than there's a skull in the woods.
Yep, let's try to find the skull and cave in the woods.
All right, tell me how you doing.
Going down.
Down. Okay.
Gonna go down again.
Okay.
Gonna go straight.
Okay.
Gonna go up.
Okay.
Gonna
Back.
Gonna go
Okay.
down again.
Okay.
I have no idea what I am doing.
I know you don't.
Gonna go up again.
Okay.
Had no popsicle.
and fast. Gonna go down again.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go straight.
Okay.
This will hours.
Yeah, no,
This went on for several hours.
I mean, what you need to do is you need to go down, down, down the Ring of Fire.
Oh, we're going down, down. Cause sugar, we're going.
no, I mean, you can go down swinging all you want, but how? I will give you. I'll tell you at this point. You've been wandering for a bit, and it is definitely dark.
I haven't been able to find anything. In fact, all those woods look the same.
No, but you come to realize it.
You come to realize that you don't fucking know this place.
Hey, Jake,
Yeah.
would Chadwick know that if you walk through the woods and you want to leave, then you end up leaving fairly quickly?
I mean, he also knows that if he just walks in one direction for like, if he walks in this direction for like a good minute or two, you get out.
Well, in that case, maybe if Chadwick pictures a skull cave, maybe he'll wind up at the skull cave. Picture in your mind.
I mean,
It totally doesn't work that way, I already know, but, you know. Chadwick's dumb, he might think that.
You're dumber.
You're right, I am.
Yeah.
so what's going on, dumb team?
Well,
Starring Chadwick.
it's dark. I'm gonna go home. Gonna reply to the text group chat. Could not find skull.
Hmm. Okay. No skull cave for you.
Mission failed. I'll find it next time.
Get 'em.
Next, let's go to. All right, Kaylin, you're in game mode. Okay, let's go.
Alright, so, question. When our hands end up touching any of the times, is there ever actually a prolonged period?
I mean, there's definitely the points where she kind of freezes. If that's what you're asking. It's Jessica. She's skittish like a deer, but also like a deer in that there's headlights in. Oh, fuck. Let me think about this.
Well, as far as that goes, uh, during trying to end up doing this is, why does being gay have to be so hard?
I don't know. Ask Raph.
I mean, the dude is swoon as hell.
I'm making a different joke that you're definitely not going to get.
Question: is it something that I need a Damien or a Jen mindset for?
Yep.
It's a penis joke. Got it. Anyhow, as far as all that goes, I'm after a couple times of it happening, I'm not going to end up pulling my hand away right away, letting her end up taking the opportunity to, if she wants to pull her hand away, she can.
You give her ample opportunity, and she doesn't. I don't know if you're actively like staring at her, or not staring, but looking with ominous intent to see if she does anything or not. But
I mean,
if
I
you're
would
not,
have
I mean,
looked
she
at
just
our
doesn't move
hands
away.
at the time, like just like out of the corner of my eye. I'm just gonna, out of the corner of my eye, just my my head might even turn a little bit just so that she'd be in view from the corner of my eye, but try and see, like, is she looking at me? Is she looking at the screen? Is she looking at our hands? Does she look panicked? Just trying to figure out what's going on with her right now.
All right, that is definitely a perception roll. Because feel and perception both start with P. Yeah, you can tell that she's looking more so at your hands, at the hands that are in contact, and she is definitely looking like a, oh shit, what to do, 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 what to do.
As far as that goes, I'll end up.
I mean, Kaylin's the gay one, as in she's done the gay before.
Look, she's done the gay before, but that was under a very, very specific circumstance of literally trying to get kicked out of a place.
Then just, does Kaylin want to get kicked out of the movie theater? Because she could try that.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Firebolt on the movie screen. I mean, wait, wrong
Look,
person.
you
Anyhow,
don't yell
so
fire in a movie theater.
I'm going to, I'll turn to, just generally speaking, I know you probably haven't seen the movie, so I'm not expecting you to actually say anything from the movie. I haven't even seen it. But,
It's on Netflix. I could see it.
But
Hold on, give me an hour and I'll be back.
as far as the scene goes, in your world's version of the movie, what kind of a scene is it? I don't need like a description of the scene, but like, what kind of feel is the scene? Actiony, romantic, whatever.
It's just one of those like night quieter scenes. Like, it's an animated movie, so it's one of those, quiet reflection scenes sort of thing.
Well, with that, I will. I'm gonna actually end up. You know what? I'm gonna actually properly just hold her hand.
Roll for pregnancy.
Fine. 1 second. While I find that. There we go. Alright, so. Ah! There we go.
Congratulations, Jen. You're gonna be or not Jen. I'm fucking you talk about Jen mindset. Congratulations, Jessica. You're going to be a mother. You got a nat 20 on your pregnancy roll.
Alright, so. I mean, hey, better her than me, right?
Yeah, but that means you're gonna have to pay child support.
I mean, my family's loaded. It's not a big deal.
And yeah, I'm going to just roll that 20 over into a confidence roll and just say that she will hold your hand back.
Alright. As the movie progresses, as the main character and the boy that ends up being part of the movie as well end up having their little bit of cutesy romantic moments. During one of the slightly more cutesy of the scenes, I'm gonna end up turning to Jessica.
Mm?
Uh, just take a look. Is she looking at the screen, or is she, or does she turn as well?
I'll say she's been doing like the triangle glance between screen, hands, you, screen, hands, you, and then when she sees you, she just kind of stops and is looking at you.
Uh, I'm going to lean in for a second, see her reaction.
Once again, because nat 20 on confidence roll, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna let that ride. So like not a like surprise, scared, flinch or anything, but like, oh.
In that case, if so, what is the does she look like if I were to go for a kiss that she'd be receptive?
I mean, you can see she definitely doesn't look like she's going to panic and then scream and then slap your face, if that's what you're asking.
I'm just gonna do this as a confidence roll on my part. I am doing this with advantage because I have no reason at this point not to.
Mm-hmm. Nat 9, or it's not a nat 19, it's an 18. Fortunately, not a nat 19. Hey, I gave that 20 on her confidence roll. Unfortunately, also works against you in that she doesn't have any facial tells,
Yeah, no, I getcha.
so I can't give that to you. Unfortunately, I can't give you anything more than I give you.
No, I understand. As far as that goes, Kaylin is going to try and go for a kiss. Specifically during one of the slightly more romantic ones, so you know that there's a little bit of that ambiance.
Now, is this a kiss? I'm assuming this is a kiss on the lips and not a kiss on the cheek.
You assume correctly.
I need to make clear because there are different implications for that. Because it's like, yes, we are friends and we are girls and we kiss each other on the cheek all the time because that's what girls do, especially high school. Granted, it's a movie, so it's not as often, but it could be misconstrued. Anyways, you give. It's what you got, that nice ambiance. It's one of those. It's probably like a sunrise on the Himalayan mountains, and you got that nice, beautiful ambiance. You give her, Kaylin. You reach over, and you, still holding her hand, you give her a kiss on the lips, and when you pull away, you notice that one, she's not like angry or anything. Two, she is definitely red. And that's definitely not just this, like, the reddish of the animated sunrise. That is definitely her face. And 3, she is definitely got that, like, what would that be, like, that, not, I guess, a half smile sort of thing, I guess. Yeah, I get half smile going on. Like, ah. Also, you notice that her grip on your hand tightens just a little bit.
You know what? I'm good with that. I'll let it. I'll tighten my grip a little bit as well.
And
And
then she tightens her grip even more because this is a contest.
if she seems to have been fine with it, I will go back in for another kiss.
Is this a kiss or is this a makeout session you're trying to?
This is just gonna be one last kiss and basically see where she takes it. It could go for a full makeout session, but I don't think that's something that she'd go for.
No, especially not with that roll. She'll let you finish your kiss, give you one back, so it's not just, yes, it's you initiating and I'm just not responding because I'm stoned. She'll give you a kiss on the lips as well before kind of settling back into watching the movie, giving your hand a light squeeze as she does, and then, relaxing it.
And with that, I think it's safe to say by this point the movie's probably nearing its end anyways.
Oh yeah,
So
it was
just
definitely
finish the
near the
movie with
end.
her.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that point, I'm going to end up, unless she ends up getting up once the credits roll. I've personally got no problem waiting till the theater's cleared out a little bit before getting up.
I mean, it's post MCU. You naturally don't even think. You just like, of course, post credit scene. We're gonna see the Abominable Snowman and Nick Fury eating shawarma.
You know what? I kind of want to see that IRL now.
They're eating abominable shawarma.
That's cannibalism.
Anyhow, so, alright. When we inevitably don't have a post-credit scene, because this
Mhm.
isn't one of those movies that would.
It's one of those movies where the credit scene is literally just like, because it's a modern animated movie, is probably just a dance party with the animated characters and some pop song in the background.
Yep, that sounds about accurate.
That are revealing that Donkey fucked a dragon.
I mean, we already knew that. That
Yeah.
was like a 2004 reveal.
Yeah, come on, Cole.
It's a
Anyhow.
joke. I hate jokes.
But don't worry,
Anyhow.
Shrek 7 will be coming out next year.
Yes.
Shrek 7, the one where Donkey is the star.
Please.
I'd be down for that, actually.
That's literally what it's called. It's not even like, it's not even pretending to be subtle.
I'd be down
Shrek
for that,
7.
actually.
Shrek
Anyhow.
7, we couldn't get Mike Myers back.
Oh, kind
No.
of hard when he's. Isn't he dead?
No!
Who am I thinking that is dead?
If he is dead, I didn't hear about it.
There's someone who's dead.
Here, let me take a look. Anyways, I'll Google that real quick, but Flannery, it's post-movie, it's, cleaning crews coming in, but they're not really, in a hurry because, middle of the week, it's not busy, it's a small town.
Alright, so with that, I mean, I'll get up when Jessica gets up. But otherwise, I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah. I mean, the movie or what happened during the movie, and you can see her face is definitely red at this point.
I mean, Kaylin's face is a little bit red at this point too. I mean, I can enjoy both, can I?
Blushing smile. I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. Me too. Me too.
So, as far as the diner goes, want to head on over now, or
Uh,
want to walk around a bit? Up to you.
I, both is good. That's fine. Sure.
All right. Well, with that, I'll get up, and my hand's still in hers unless she would have let go. So in
Nope.
that case, other at that point, if our hands are still held, then I will literally I'll give her a last chance to be able to get any popcorn if she wants any. Otherwise, throw away the popcorn, and I'll literally be holding her hand all the way over to the diner.
Okay. Yeah. No. I think you're just moving over to the diner, and I'll get you to that map. And Cole, Mike Myers is definitely still alive.
Huh.
He's like
What about Eddie
56.
Murphy?
Who am I thinking that's dead?
Eddie Murphy's alive.
Who am I thinking who's dead? Oh.
What's the name of the guy who played Austin Powers again?
Mike Myers.
Mike
Oh,
Myers.
So Mike Myers. Okay.
Quick, what's the number for 911?
No, that would be more accurate if I asked what is the name of Austin Powers, and it turns out that his name's actually Austin Powers. So shut up. But
Actually, it's Powers Austin.
you know what? That'd be actually kind of funny.
You know what else would be kind of funny?
Your face.
It's funny.
I mean, my face is funny, so Jake can attest to it. Anyhow, as we walk in,
I just
I'll
got you
wave.
in your corner table as usual.
Yep, I'll wave hello
Are you
to
going to sit on
Antonia.
the same side of the booth?
I mean, first off, she's always in that seat, so I will let her have her usual seat.
So you're sitting on the same side of the booth
Yep.
because you want to hold your gay hands together.
She's gonna get pregnant.
Like they're already like super pregnant guys. Let's
My
be real.
God.
They kissed whilst holding hands. They are like
You
that
better
doubles
name
their
the
chance
child
of pregnancy.
after Chad. Call him Chatty.
You know what? If it's a boy, I'll name him Chadwick Noah.
And if it's a
What?
girl, I'll name it Noah
Two
Chadwick.
first names? What is this?
Well, one's a first name, one's a middle name.
You damn right I'm the first name.
But if it's a girl, it's Noah Chadwick.
No, if
Yep.
it's a girl, you're naming it Chadwick Noah, yeah. Noah.
Chadwickia.
Chadwickia.
Chadwick with an E at the end. Noana.
Oh, easy.
Yes. Naming it
Anyhow.
after her two friends? Her two allies. How about that?
I mean,
Anyways.
Kaylin sees them as friends. You know, about as close to friends as Kaylin can have.
Yeah, we're not female, so she's not.
But as far as that goes, whenever Antonio comes over to take our order, it'd be
You're gonna go all in and just get the big banana split with 2 spoons.
yes.
I figured as much.
That's adorable.
You get you get the adorable special.
Yep, the adorable special.
Do you want the rainbow sprinkles?
All the rainbow sprinkles.
You're goddamn right.
Do you want him to put some food coloring on the banana that split so it's a rainbow?
Yes.
Do you want it?
I'll take
Do you
the
want the
adorable
gay pride
special
special?
with the big gay variant.
Big gay variant. Okay, so you got it's like vanilla ice cream, but it's color like Superman ice cream.
You got your gay banana. You got your gay ice cream. Got your gay spoons.
Yep, it's all made by, taking all that regular food but then throwing in the chemicals that turn the frogs gay.
Of course. That's how you do it.
Congratulations, you have a big gay sundae.
As far as that goes, Kaylin will end up giving Jessica first opportunity to try.
Let's see. She'll go for the cherry on top because she's selfish like that.
Kaylin won't fight it. She'll let her.
She gets the cherry. She eats it. Let's see. And then she sticks out her tongue and reveals that the cherry stem is in a knot.
I mean, I kind
Hot
of figured that's what you're going to
damn.
end up doing. I had a
It's
feeling.
only because she rolled well.
Everyone
she
looks
rolled-
over and is like, damn.
If she rolled low, she would have been choking on the stem because she didn't realize it was there.
Caitlin's just going to end up giving a little bit of a chuckle. She'll end up getting a spoonful of the ice cream. And she'll end up taking a quick little bite. And then end up just seeing. Sorry, I'm having a very, very hard time trying to put myself in the gay mindset.
Just pretend you're Jen.
Or Raph, or like half the people on DARP. It's fine.
Look,
Yeah, pretend you're Jesse.
the closest I could do is put myself in the Ayumi mindset. Because that's about the closest comparison to any of the DARP characters that Kaylin is when it comes to
Oh god,
being
just
gay.
don't punch her. I think I love you. Punch! Sorry, that's the Ayumi mindset.
I don't know why, but I'm gonna kick Chadwick's butt tomorrow.
Anyhow, as far as that goes, mostly just try and talk with her about the movies and stuff like that. As things go on, end up talking with her in regards to just about some miscellaneous other stuff. At one point or another, I'll end up doing that cutesy. Okay, I get a spoon of ice cream and I feed it to her type deal.
So you're advancing to the super cute gay phase. I gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just going to assume stuff like that goes quite a bit because that's what I expect to be going on for quite a bit.
I mean, that's fair.
It's your big gay outing.
And because I know that this was mostly, with the exception of the gyms who were over there but aren't there now.
They were never
this
there.
Was
I don't know what you're talking about. The what?
I know this was mostly people from the last time that we were in, but is this now accurate too?
Yeah.
Kaylin,
This
being
is-
a little bit on the paranoid side, would end up taking a look around and seeing if anyone would have noticed them as they came in or were seated down eating.
I mean, I'm gonna make the executive decision and say you were too busy being gay to really notice that at the time.
I mean, that's fair. But what about now, just because Kaylin would be a little bit on the concerned side about how people are viewing it?
I mean, Antonio saw you.
Well, yeah. And Antonio's a bro.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all I would have needed to say is, "Hey, can we get an ice cream over here?" And he would have just brought that out.
Yep. And yep, he's a bro. And yeah, but no, I mean, like looking around, people come here to eat more so than to gawk at people, unless your name is Jessica. In which case, you do come here to gawk at people more than you come to eat.
In that case, I'll just be the big gay with my girlfriend.
Okay, you
And
be
at
the
that
biggest
point,
of
at this
girls.
point, it might actually be legitimately she is now my girlfriend type deal, practically.
You smooched, you shared ice cream, you smooched indirectly. Yeah, I think it's unofficially official.
Yep.
So I can't make that joke because it's not a joke anymore. Granted, I was reserving that joke for like specifically like heterosexual couples because that's the joke. But anyways,
Mhm.
you have a gay old time, and when you heading back, I'm assuming you're gonna walk her home because
Yep.
it would be the gentle womanly thing to do.
Yep. I'll definitely walk her home whenever starts getting late, and she ends up wanting to leave, or when Antonio kicks us out, whichever happens first. But Antonio's too much of a bro to do that.
It's 2 o'clock. You don't have to go. Nobody can stay here.
But yeah, so
Yep.
basically,
Heading out.
probably once we start getting close to curfew.
All right, so probably like I'll say 9 o'clock because 10 o'clock curfew sounds about average for high school age. So you head out about 9. You walk her back. I'm assuming you're just gonna keep holding hands like they're glued together.
Yep.
And you do that. You walk back home. You get to her house. You're outside her house on her steps. And then her dad comes out with a shotgun and is like, "You better not have been fucking my daughter."
Oh, it's okay. She's still a virgin. Winks.
Son, we both know that means you did something even worse. You held her hand.
That's it, you son of a bitch. Hold my daughter's hand, you bastard.
But no, you get to her house, standing on the door, and looks at you, and uh, thanks. Today it was fun, and gives you a good night kiss on the lips before
I'll go ahead and kiss her back during it.
mm-hmm.
I really had fun with you too.
I I'm glad. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
I'll see you tomorrow.
And with that, she goes inside, and you are now left standing outside. Your hand is not from the fact that it is not embraced in another hand.
And with that, I'm gonna end up walking home. In fact, I'm gonna be doing this to see on a scale of 1 to 10. I am not able to keep myself calm. I'm basically like jittery, sing-songy, humming, all that pretty much all the way home.
All right. There are probably several police calls about an insane girl outside, but you don't care about that. You got some smooches and some ice creams and some more smooches.
By the way, how much do I need to mark off for the ice cream again?
$4, I believe, because you got the big gay special.
Ha! Gay!
Yep.
I am happy with that.
Well, yes, because you're gay.
Of course.
You had a gay old time. And with that, Chadwick, you got ignored by everyone. But that's okay because he didn't find anything in the woods. It was almost like going into the woods without any plan was a fruitless endeavor from the get-go.
Maybe.
So, Chadwick, what do you do? It's like 8 o'clock when you're leaving the woods.
Stupid no skull.
I'm going to the mansion. That place kicks me in the dick, but I could hit it back.
Stupid no skull cave. Stupid no people texting back about stupid skull cave.
You gonna go to the Veterans Hall, drown your sorrows in root beer?
I just might. Stupid.
Are
Go to
you?
Antonio's. Drown my sorrows.
Okay. I'll say this. As you're getting to the diner because you're coming from the woods on the edge of town, you're getting there right about as Caitlin and Jessica are leaving. And you just see them being happy and talking and sort of. So that's why she was. That's why she was too busy.
Friendship.
Stupid
Chadwick, see us holding
broom.
hands.
Stupid people being happy.
You're just turning into Patrick from the Valentine's Day episode.
I am, aren't I?
Are you just staring at your phone, walking with a grump
That's
face?
funny though. That'd be funny though.
Does Chadwick see us holding hands?
Chadwick, do you see them being a big gay by holding gay
I don't know,
hands?
dude.
I don't know. Do you? Why don't you roll?
No.
Nah. He's too peeved.
Stupid.
So, what are you gonna get at the diner?
I need a milkshake. It's been a long day.
What kind of milkshake?
Give me Neapolitan.
Neapolitan. You want it malt?
Yeah.
All right.
Need to make
You
it.
get one. You
extra-
get a. Here, let me add this. You get +1 thick milkshake.
Oh, that's a
Oh
thick
wow, you got a magic item for your milkshake. Nice.
No, it's not a +1. He gets one. It's in
Ah,
RPG says
okay, so you're just
plus
saying
one.
he got one item of it.
yes.
Damn. Well, all right.
And you drink it. And it's pretty good. Now I gotta ask you, Goofy Goober, are you gonna keep ordering till you're wasted?
No, he knows he's got school tomorrow.
All right, I think that was $2, so just mark $2 off.
$2. A small price to pay for salvation.
Going home.
Going home.
You need to wipe
And
away your milk mustache.
No.
That's
it
gonna
makes
hurt.
him it makes him look like a man. All right. You go home. Noah, because you were at home and you transcribed that, and then you got the text from Chadwick, but then you pretty much like close to right after it, around about, you got a message like that you noticed it. You got a message like, yeah, I couldn't find it. I left.
Ah,
The Skull Cave.
I gets right back saying you can tell me more tomorrow.
Chadwick, do you feel a little bit better knowing that Noah finally responded?
I'll tell you about it tomorrow, Noah.
Okay. And you have some dinner. It's tacos. You got some.
Tacos in the Chad household.
Well, no, at the Noah household.
Oh, phew.
The Noah household gets tacos. You have some nice hard shell and some soft shell tacos. Pretty good. Your sisters decide to your youngest sister decides to make her special taco, which is just a taco shell filled with nothing but cheese and onions.
Ah.
Yep. And then your
Wait, which one of the sisters did it?
the youngest,
God damn you, Molly!
and then your older younger sister, as I will continue to call her, she decides to make herself a taco with a soft shell that has some cheese melted in a microwave, and then she wraps around a hard shell and then fills that taco with actual taco stuff, and it's pretty good.
She's smart.
Meanwhile, father's looking for the perfect place to hang his new picture.
Mhm. Oh yeah, no, he's looking through it and he's like, Noah, can I put this above your bed?
No,
Please!
no.
You never let me hang my
I'll
pictures in
give
your
you a
room.
raise in your allowance.
How much?
A quarter.
No.
2 quarters.
That's tempting.
Honey, can I put this in your car? No. Why not? It's already full of painting. You're right.
What's one more?
The treehouse, of course. Wait, we don't have a treehouse.
Sounds like it's time to make one.
Get out of my house.
Chadwick, do you want a painting on it?
Hell yeah!
That'll be 200 smackaroos.
It just starts smacking Noah's dad 200 times. And here's a tip.
Not what I meant, but I appreciate literally.
But
All
it
right.
is rather impressive.
That's pretty much how the night goes. You're probably helping your dad try moose paintings on the walls to find the space needed. He should honestly probably just make a shed out back where he just stores paintings and just keeps building onto it.
No, this is crooked. No, it's fine. No, it's not crooked. Give me the ruler.
Give me the level.
The abacus.
The protractor.
Where is my compass?
Where is my sundial?
Where's my super suit?
Where is
It's in the
my
dryer.
cabbages? That
Where's
was my
super suit?
favorite
It's in the
painting.
dryer, honey. Last time you've been wearing it for the past 4 months. It needs to be washed.
I took a shower with it. It was getting washed then.
No, that's.
I'm washing me and my clothes.
I'm saving the environment. Anyways, that's pretty much how the day goes.
2 people married this man.
I'm more impressed that it's 2 and not just 1.
I mean, look, when he
Most
puts on
people
the
like him don't get a second chance.
when he puts on the Yusuke charm, the ladies swoon.
What Yusuke charm?
Can I paint you naked?
Why? Yes. Really? It's that easy?
Those paintings are in special storage.
Never go to the attic, Noah.
I mean, you gotta give the Persona 5 game credit. It was probably, isn't that like the first mainstream game where one of the main characters asks another character to send nudes? Well, 4 nudes.
I don't know.
Pretty sure that's one of the first games where a main character is asking for nudes. And he's not made out to be a total creepazoid. I mean, the one character views him as such, but in the light of the entire game.
Like I said, I don't know, but I'm just gonna say I think we're pretty much wrapped up about now.
So yeah, you're gonna
short.
tell us about something. I don't remember what it was though.
Ah, yeah. So, I have learned many words in my time here in Japan. Many of them are words that I kind of wish I never learned. Then I need to be extraordinarily careful with regards to not mixing them up. Because they mean very different things. Like, let me explain something. You know the fruit mango?
Mm-hmm.
In Japanese, it's called mango. Because there's no really like A. There is, but it would be like it'd be spelled mengo, which would be weird. And then, because one of my coworkers was talking about a student who, special ed student who was shouting things and was like, "Ah, yes, I learned the other day that the Japanese word for, I guess, like pussy/vagina is manko."
Like, you just learned that?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that because honestly, I don't look those things up. I just
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
don't
didn't
look
have to.
those things up,
Hold
and I
on.
do that.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you a Hantaro clip where the little baby hands are going, Monko!
Once again, that's one thing I didn't know. And it's like, well, shit. Why are they so close to one another?
No, well, I feel robbed. But hey, at the very least, now you know.
It's true.
But anyhow, so does anybody want to do the sign off?
Yeah. See you next week. Unless something happens and people are like, "No, I got to bail."
Right? Yeah. Be
Well,
here or be square eyes. I'm gonna put you in a.
in that case, bye bye!
Gute Nacht for you guys. Guten Morgen for
Bye.
me.